Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Barney and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give the pups when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any tiny little correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on his training collar. And he's going to be coming home with several different training collars for several different uses, and I will go over all that with you tomorrow during your follow-up training session. Now he is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Barney heel. Now at this point Barney has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking. Not dragging you down the street, not pulling you out of your shoes, but walking nicely next to your left leg and paying attention to you and what you're doing. And this is going to make walking him in the city so much easier for you. He watches Fred, he matches pace. If Fred speeds up or slows down or changes direction, he does the same. And when Fred stops his feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you stop to cross traffic, he should be sitting and waiting. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. You can practice this indoors as well as outdoors, and your homework is to lengthen out the amount of time and the distance that he can hold it. When Fred returns back to him, he walks quickly all the way around him, back to heel position, and stops at his shoulders. And that's important because at this point, he expects to get another command. So he's waiting for you to tell him what you want him to do next. Very nice automatic sit. And if he doesn't sit, you're going to say no sit and give that little tug that I told you about. Fred leaves him in another sit-stay. He turns to face him. And this time we're going to demonstrate the come on command. You are going to use his name. You're going to lighten your tone, and he's been taught to come in and sit. No feet on the human. And Fred will demonstrate that recall exercise again for you. He's a very, very, very smart and very sweet puppy. We all have fallen in love with him. Fred leaves him in a stay again, walks out to the end of his leash and turns to face him. He's going to use his name and call him in. And he sits right in front of Fred, facing his knees. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are a series of down commands, and that means the lay down. But we just use the one word. The first down on command that we're going to give is the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at heel, you're going to take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one word command to down and stay. Your long down stay you can practice right in your living room. You don't have to go outside on the street. Practice right indoors, and again you're going to lengthen out the amount of time that he can hold it and the distance that you can go away from him. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, exactly as he did on the sit-stay, returning back to heel, stopping at his shoulders. And they will demonstrate that one more time for us. Always have him seated first, left open palm, straight down toward the ground, down and stay. And this time, instead of returning to him, Fred will call him. Comes in and sits and gets praised for a good job. And the very last down that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. So with your puppy seated, you're going to leave him in a stay. He's a leg hugger. He loves to be close to you. And he's gotten attached to Fred, so you see him leaning. Fred's going to use his right hand to give the command and drop him into a down from a distance. Now clearly he knows this. And then Fred's going to give him a stay if he wants to, or he returns back to him. Now we have demonstrated for you his heel, his auto sit, his sit stay, his down from a heel, down from a distance, and come. These are the commands that he has learned while he's been with us here at school. He's been a wonderful guest, and we want to thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.